about Wait, what?
Well, what does that mean?
Giveaway eventually given.
I was bored. But what was that one show that you were? It's like it's optional. You don't have to. Saturday, you make sure you wake up.
I don't want to say the expectations.
Like if you're not with me in something,
So maybe I'm
nowadays to have a career job,
A great turnout, probably maybe our most successful.
Shane John, Campbell autograph.
just accountability and representation. You got
mobs and all that stuff, like weird stuff.
Maybe that have the experience.
Deal with my kids. You know, my daughter.
The guy who made the coffee that night, dude. Texas.
Man, they were starting to make more money than we were.
Kids sending to other kids. Like,
That's when you're not able to have security.
The zombies.
I'm a guitar player. I'm not saying I'm like that.
He was just cool, and you had a big ass. I figured.
into an event. You know, have
sweet. So, welcome to this. Technically, it's our Thursday night, but it's the Friday night podcast. And I'm joined with my best friend next door, Chris P. What's up, Chris?
what up, what up, what up? Happy week. Let's go, baby. Let's go. How you doing?
Bro, you know, guys, just so everybody knows in advance. And we'll probably say this throughout the podcast. It is pre-recorded. One thing that Chris hates doing, but he'll do it for me. So that's pretty much it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I didn't put a podcast out last week, bro. Shame on me.
No, I mean, you've been busy, bro. I mean, you got a whole new schedule going on. You got, you know, you're working back again. So back in the regular, working for someone else kind of thing.
Yeah, no shit. Fucking going backwards. But you got to go backwards to take a big leap, bro. That's the way it works. So, but before we get on with my stuff, how's the new studio going, bro? How's is it still the red room? Because I know you're painting.
The red room. Yeah, we're going to repaint it. Actually, we're getting closer to a name right now. It's between Ember Studios or Lumina Studios. So kind of, you know, we're kind of messing with some names here and there, you know, dropping some really cool snazzy stuff. Next week we're going to be we're going to bring in the carpenters to start building the CNC wall, because in our studio we're going to have a green screen and a white screen for photography and video. So we're going to be venturing into, you know, just some, you know, fun experimental video and photography work. So, you know, just trying to, I'm not going to say we're trying to be cutting edge in the Valley, but, you know, the opportunity to expand our knowledge and try new things that the Valley's not used to, like, you know, I mean, I think it's a great thing. It's like those Clark Chevrolet guys that do like the crazy, funny green screen videos and shit.
Yeah, no shit, bro. What's it called? You're gonna do one of those like fucking car videos or whatever the fuck.
Well, my goal is we want to be able to do kind of like a virtual studio, right? A virtual studio is like the kind of like the way they do the Mandalorian, minus the fact that they have a giant, like dome, spherical shaped green screen in the back. That's just a giant television screen that moves with the camera as if the background's an actual environment. You know, our goal is to get it to where we'll have our cameras. We could put someone in a made up Blender or Unreal scene and move around, and, you know, the light fixtures and everything will kind of like match them. So we're just going to try, you know, experiment some stuff, because I've told people before, the only thing that's pretty bad about the Valley when it comes to cinema and video is the lack of environmental changing that we can't do here. We can't go up in the mountains. We can't have historical areas that look like ancient Rome. You know, we don't got big ass buildings except downtown at the Chase Tower or downtown like 17th Street. So everything has been milked like super crazy when it comes to film and photography. Can you still use it? Yeah, most definitely. If you're creative enough, you can make anything look good. You know what I mean? But the idea is to, you know, expand our knowledge, and it doesn't have to be based on travel or anything, and to be able to bring that to anyone who wants to give it a try. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. That's all it is.
Hey, so before we continue, bro, I know you and me were talking a little bit before we got this pre-recorded thing going on, but like, how different is it now? Because I know before you had like your karate studio and stuff like that, right? So now this is the big investment for yourself and stuff. Like, is it tiring? Do you ever feel like you're not making any progress? Like, how do you feel like you're doing? You know what I mean?
You're gonna be the third person I've told this to in the last 2 days, but I feel like the most busiest broke guy you can ever meet in your life. Like, I'm just the busiest broke person. Like I am 100% busy like all day, and I got like nothing to show for it.
How does it feel?
It feels fantastic.
Right? It's
Yeah,
fucking
it
nuts,
feels
bro.
fantastic. Like, yeah, like you know, I feel fulfilled, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not saying that like I'm living the life or something like that. You know, I make, you know, a couple of bucks here and there when it comes to my martial arts school, you know, but like not at all am I fulfilled in the sense of finances. But right now, as of where I'm going, you know, I'm pretty confident that this is going to build something in the future. Like it's going to build an opportunity for us and a lot of people because we're trying to make a place. We're trying to solve a problem. You know what I mean? I think we've talked about this before when it comes to being an entrepreneur or starting some kind of business or making something work. Like the best thing that you could do is try to solve an issue, try to solve a problem. If you can give something, if you can fulfill someone's work, make something less easy, make something less complicated, you're providing a service, a real service. And for me, I feel like that makes businesses work really good. So like let's say right now you want to make a job or you want to create a business right now and make a good amount of money. I would say put on some really nice clothes, stand outside of a gas station and do self-service. Go out there and pump gas for the other people. Don't let them get out of their car. Tell them you'll do the card or go put the money in, and you let them stay in their car in the air conditioning. You provide the gas station service, and I guarantee you'll make money. Why you're because no one wants to be outside in this heat right now. Any opportunity you can get to just be inside the car in the air condition or in the shade or something, you would instantly take that, right? That's an easy way. If you have a kid and he's like 15 and he wants to go cut grass, fuck that. Get him a white shirt, some suspenders, and a bow tie and black pants, and have him stand at the gas station and just pump gas all day.
What's it called? So I know you said you feel like you're working all these hours and you're broke. If an opportunity presented itself, let's say right now, fucking my hair's all fucked up, bro. Super working my jail. But let's say that somewhere, somehow, an opportunity presented itself where you can take a shortcut, whether it's like getting someone to help you promote or joining somebody and piggybacking off of their reach or whatever. Would you take it or would you consider just grinding it out?
That's a good question. I mean, I think
a lot of people, before you answer, like a lot of people, bro, and I'm kind of keeping it very vague because I'm not trying to target anybody, but a lot of people will just take the easy road and then call it successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there has to be some type of middle ground, right? You have to be pretty sufficient in the skill that you're promising that you have to make success. Because if you go out there and you take the shortcut and you fail, like you get shit on so hard. You get shit on so hard, and then you go out there and you're just another unsuccessful story in the valley, right? But the thing is if you go out there and someone gives you an advantage and you take that advantage and you run with it and you make it successful and you constantly keep growing at a good pace, bro, like what was that undeserved or was it deserved? You know what I mean? Like there's a real thin line between someone giving you a handout or helping you out or something that you deserve because you deserve like that opportunity to shine. You know what I mean? It's a very thin line, super thin line. So I don't know. I've seen it a million times where I know dudes out there that will go out there and fucking on the life of them complain or not complain, but like compare themselves to like the best in every business or whatever. But they ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, overall you look at it and it's like fucking just, it's flat, bro. Whatever it is that they're putting out is there's no flair. There's no, you know, charisma. There's no power. There's no strength. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like.
So would you take it or would you still grind it?
I mean, it determines. Like, if it was something in my, like, let's say it's in my martial arts world.
No. You got to pick. We're talking about Ember Studios or whatever.
The studio?
Yeah, the studio right now, bro. Like, if some opportunity presented itself, would you shortcut it or would you say, no, fuck it?
No, I wouldn't shortcut it. I wouldn't shortcut it. The reason why is because I still got a lot to learn myself. That's like that concept of like, you give a dude a camera and he tells everybody he's a photographer already. Compared to like me, I've never really claimed to be anything. I'll tell people I'm a graphics designer, but that's because that's like, you know, I'm proficient at it, like very, very skilled. But when it comes to like films, I've never made a full length film. I can't go off and be like, yo, I'm a filmmaker. You know what I mean? I've never, I don't work on cameras. I can't be like, yo, let me teach you how to fucking put cameras and do all this shit down. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm still baby steps. So I don't want to like, can you imagine right now if like, God forbid the person that makes the Alkalites, fucking hits me up and say, yo, we want you to make episode 7. And I'd be like, yo, let's go. And I've never done anything like that before in my life. I'd probably do a way better job than they're doing. But like, I would still feel unfulfilled. And I'd feel like I made George Lucas sad. And that's who I don't want to make sad. But yeah, I'd probably do way better than the Acolyte. But.
Hey, bro, let me hit Acolyte. It was all right.
I don't gotta hate it. The internet's doing enough for me right now.
Hey, bro, you can't. It's better than the Marvels. I'll give you that one, bro. 100%.
That's like skipping stones, bro. Like the Marvels, that's like low hanging fruit. Super low hanging fruit.
I'm fucking tag Brian. Is it better than Waterworld, Brian?
No, Waterworld. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, but yeah, I haven't seen the Acolyte yet. I know it came out and they dropped like 2 episodes of trash, but yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, what's it called? Nah, bro, I was just curious because I remember. I mean, even still in the stages where I'm with Adam Collections now because of the whole fire and everything. Like, I remember there's a lot of these days. I know you and me talked a lot too. There's a lot of days I was like grinding, bro, and I was like, damn, I only got that far,
Yeah, of course.
And then you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do the same bullshit tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, and guess what? I'm gonna do the same thing after that, and the same thing after that.
It's really weird though, man. I'm not a good animal of pattern. The more things accumulate that do the same thing, the more it aggravates me. And I need different environments. So like, that's like, I'll tell you a little trick about me. I don't like to take the same road more than a week. Like if I'm traveling down the same road, like I'll have to be like, oh, I'm going to take this road today. Because my brain just does not want to do the same pattern over and over again. Like you can understand, like, it sounds stupid as fuck, which is probably not the right mindset I should have had during that time. But like, that's why I was so like unwilling to be inside the house during like the COVID virus. Like I wanted to be out doing stuff. Like I wanted to go call my friends. And I was still telling my students, like my fighters, like, hey, we're still training. Like you just wear a mask and we can all be bitches together with masks on, all stupid and shit. But like, it was not the right mentality to have. But what do you do when your mental mindset is in that format at all times? Who's kidnapped? I swear to God, I'm home.
Suit up for fucking.
Yeah, let me go get that real quick. So it's gonna keep beeping, I think.
Yeah, right.
You hear that shit, right?
Yeah, well, mine hasn't gone off, but yeah.
Oh, it's already off. Damn it, whoever that fucking kid is. I don't know why they do that shit. They'll be like, Amber Alert, kid in Colorado's missing. I'll be like, bitch, what do you want me to do? Catch a plane? What the fuck you want me to do? I think I saw that once in a video where like the Amber Alert goes off and like everyone in the neighborhood starts chasing down this one car. I don't know if you ever seen that video.
I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I guess that's what they think's gonna happen, right? But
I'm fucking sick. Well,
yeah, man.
I'm glad it's working out for you, bro, because I remember we were talking before your setup and now with your setup and everything. I know we haven't talked in a minute because of my job and shit, We're not talking as much, but I mean, you're coming along, bro. I mean, progress is progress, Like,
I'm baby steps. I always tell people on accountability when it comes to it, like you need to make sure that whatever you're doing, boots on the ground, it needs to be done correctly. You just need to be thorough. Be thorough. Tomorrow, I always talk about making sure that when you make a business that's freelance or anything like that, you need some type of bloodline because you need to be able to pay the bills. You know what I mean? So in the martial arts schools, usually that's a kids class or any kind of sports class. It's kids. You got to fill up the kids class so that way you can have that money accumulated. And then the adults come in and, sometimes they pay, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you get college guys that can't really make the payment per month. So they're cleaning bathrooms or washing the gym up when they want to or whatever. You got to make ends meet. But the kids class, that's the one that plays. That's the one that pays all the time. And that's the one that makes the most money. So like you need to find that in most of your businesses. You need to find like the niche that constantly has money coming in. So we got that with ours by telling the club that we're associated with, like renting in, that if they have bands that have like shit logos and shit like photography, in-house, dude, come before the week that you have a show. We'll do all your photos, all your stuff that you need, and we'll give it to you in a package, $75. You come in, everybody gets a raw photo of themselves cut out. And you can put it anywhere in any flyer and anything, but it's high, huge quality, just big shots.
Yeah.
And that's it. $75, just 5 shots. Boom, 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 boom. Get the fuck out of my office. Give me my money and go.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I mean? Easy
And
work.
that's a steal, bro.
That's $75 is not a lot. And I told people like eventually we're gonna pick up that price. Eventually it's gonna get to 100, at least 100 at the minimal. But that's the thing is like if you're in that kind of business and you're not putting at least $100 into the quality stuff that you actually need, the stuff that your audience needs to see, the shit that's going to be on flyers, on t-shirts, on posters, and you don't want to put $100 into at least something that's clean quality, fuck off, dude. You know what I mean? Like just go back to playing at little gigs at the fucking VFW or whatever. Like don't fucking try to go at least pro.
You're not fucking wrong, bro. That's fucking sick. But well, I mean, I'm looking forward to it, bro. Did you guys work on your? Well, like you said, you're working the name, so I'm assuming the Facebook and everything else will come soon.
Yeah, that'll be coming up hopefully in about 2 weeks. Once we get the CYC wall built, the Cyclorama wall, that's when we're gonna do our photos of our business and then put it on the Facebook and make the website and all that stuff. That's why. Well, that's like when we're gonna like nuts on the ground, dick across the table, like who's got it, baby? You know what I mean?
That's fucking sick, bro. That's cool. Well. The transition, bro, like for me, I got an update on my location, on the burnt down location. So,
solid. Let's go. Tell me.
Fucking horrible, bro. So at the beginning of this week, I had talked to my landlord like, hey, I'm starting another job, which we'll talk about next. I'm starting a retail job, man. Like, what's gonna happen? Because obviously I paid some months in advance for rent, and he's offered to give me the money back and find something else, but I have a lot of money invested, bro. Business cards, flyers, t-shirts, like. In fucking the what's it called, the LLC, the tax ID, like there's at least like a good $4,000 in that dumbass address, bro.
Easily.
And to just change it, like a lot of people don't know, bro. Like a lot of the money that I got from South Texas Comic Con, like if I were to get a fucking business, I would need the deposit, the insurance, first month's
all
rent,
that shit again.
Like, and then hopefully reestablish, like, hey, I'm over here now. You know what I mean? And then that's gonna be a pain in the ass. So like, I'm just fuck that, bro. Like. I'm gonna ride this bitch out the next 3 weeks, and then if not, then I'll probably end up choosing another location or whatever. But as of now, it's about 3 more weeks that we should be open. So they got the fire removal team out officially. They need to put tile and insulation, bro. It's like bare bones with walls. It's fucking crazy.
They fucking cut it all out, but they cut it apart,
bro.
By chance, did they like renovate the rooms, or do they do anything different? Like, are they like I know that you talked about one time expanding in there. Like, did they kind of like open that spot for you?
So the dudes that have the larger office in there, they might not come back. Which is a plus for me. But basically what they did was they put like a clean it that absorbed into the walls, but they removed all the shit on top, bro. Like every single insulation, every single tile throughout the entire thing. They gutted that shit. They just kept the walls, but they soaked them in like some kind of shit for like 4 or 5 fucking weeks straight, however long it had been, to absorb all that shit. So it's pretty good, pretty bad, but what's it called? So hopefully we can get the larger location in there. If not, then we'll probably end up going to a brick and mortar. But I'm gonna build the brick and mortar slowly because now I have a new retail job.
Yeah, boy. How's that going?
You know, bro, I fucking hate it.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Well, what's it called? But at the same aspect, bro, like, can I still be doing whatnots and stuff? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm still buying things. Like, I'm still buying Funkos. I'm still buying comics. I'm just very selective right now. So like, usually I'm kind of more wild when I buy stuff because I'm like, oh, I can flip it in a week, no big deal, right? But now I'm being very selective just because obviously I don't have the everyday customer now. But basically, the new business updates is just going to be, for now, at least until the shop's open in the next 3 weeks, we'll just be doing like conventions, you know?
Nice.
Market events. I think the next thing I have coming up is UCX. I think that's pretty much it. I applied for Anime Fiesta and South Texas Comic Con.
Nice.
So hopefully that pulls through. If it doesn't,
I believe in it. I believe in it.
I mean, I think it'd be good. I mean, either way, I'm gonna hopefully still get Ramsey on there. But I love interviewing when it comes to all the different.
Yeah, talking to Ramsey, he's so cool.
Yeah, dude.
So
like,
cool.
I like going through the history, bro, because obviously you got to learn from the past to have a good future and shit.
True that. I mean, speaking of that, I think they just did another Harlingen event this past weekend, and I don't think it went so well. And
Did you hear anything about it? I didn't hear anything about it, bro. But I didn't waste energy on it because obviously I was tied up. You know what I mean? I think I sent you a couple of videos that I saw or whatever.
Yeah, me too. Well, I mean, we saw some too because we had a group of friends out there that were they made themselves their own cosplay group, which is cool. Like, I wouldn't, that they chose a really interesting name to call themselves Cosplay Losers.
Mhm.
And I kind of guessed why they would call themselves that, which I don't really believe in the first place. I think they're all good people, and there's nothing about them that's bad or whatever it is that they do, because when it comes to what cosplay truly is supposed to be about, it's just tributing your favorite characters and having fun and showing people you love them. It doesn't really matter what other people think. But there's always this desire for a lot of people to think that there's like a huge like social gain to be like a guest and stuff at events.
Mhm.
And it really isn't anything big that a lot of these like younger cats think that like it's something like, oh fuck, like let me put that on my resume. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can go outside and do, cut 10 yards and still have a better representation than most cosplayers in the Valley when it comes to like just being good people.
You ain't wrong, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. But yeah, these guys, they call themselves the Cosplay Losers. Fucking love it. Like, that's so cool though. They got themselves invited as guests, and they went out there and they helped the people in Harlingen. I don't really need to mention names because I think I'm kind of tired of talking about these guys all the time on the internet. You know what I mean? And I don't want them to think that we just come out here and talk shit about them. But due diligence, boy. Like, get your shit together, guys, because Harlingen is just a bad spot. Harlingen and the Mercedes spot that these people were trying to run a couple of months ago, like, it's rough. It's rough. They're not good, man. They're not meant for that. They're not meant for that shit. Like,
I mean, it's a travel city, bro. People travel through Harlingen.
yeah, they don't stay there. Yeah, they don't stay there.
Bro.
You know what's even fucking crazy than that is, for as old school as Brownsville is, they do better like get-togethers and like little like vendors events in Brownsville more than they do Harlingen. Yo, why doesn't, you know what? Like, I'll give a fucking bone. Why don't these guys try to work with the Gladys Porter Zoo and do a convention there rather than fucking do one at the Harlingen Convention Center? You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine like a badass
idea, bro?
Huh? Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I'm just giving for ideas, man. Like, I would totally hit up, the Gladys Porter Zoo and be like, hey, look, like, we can bring cosplayers and a lot of kids will like this stuff, free people dressing up, like, and we'll bring some attention to Gladys Porter Zoo. Like, let us hold this event with some vendors. We won't do loud music, nothing to get the animals riled up, like just real chill and bring people in. You can put people in different areas, vendoring and shit. Like, dude, it would be such a cool like idea. And then you just got to find somewhere that people can congregate inside Gladys Porter Zoo to get them to do like the cosplay competition or the dress up or whatever it is, dude. Even like when they do the Halloween at Gladys Porter Zoo, like that would be the perfect time. Like the Halloween time, I think that'd be perfect. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say like having it like super grotesque because I don't know how like the animals will react to shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? But you just kind of like thin line, gauge the distance. And, if, when people come in to buy their ticket, if someone's wearing like a beheaded, fucking Snow White outfit, you're going to be like,
no.
Yeah. Hey, that's a little too much. We're looking for more family friendly. Or someone comes in, fucking nalgas are all hanging out. Hey, can't really do that. Family friendly. We're not really pushing that type of stuff. Like, I think the Gladys Porter Zoo would be a better draw than, anything else in the Harlingen, Brownsville area. But, shooting ideas out there. Hopefully it works.
I mean,
yeah, but Harlingen's rough, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be, if you're continuously learning, then it's okay, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But if you're not really taking feedback and you're not adapting, obviously I've never been to an event, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if they're not taking feedback and adapting everyone and making it at least 1% better, then I think it's a waste of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at that point, it's a cash grab. But if you can get a little bit better, whether it's going to be moving the line quicker or just being better,
yeah, because these guys got to be blowing through money with all the guests that they're bringing down. Yo, if you got that kind of money, send it to the podcast. We'll get a better podcast going on.
Yeah, no shit. We'll up the ante.
Yeah, we'll up the ante, boy.
We'll make it better, man. Shit. Yeah. But I mean, I think that's it. I think if you get 1% better, it's the same thing, kind of like grinding, bro. Whether it's a shop, your business, or that little thing they want to do, if they're at least taking the feedback to get better, it's a good thing, Like,
and I mean,
fuck it, right?
Yeah, I mean, not every event is successful. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've been there before when our friends who hold conventions don't get a lot of people. You know what I mean? And we're there and we're like, damn, dude, like, what can we do? You know, us as cosplayers or vendors, we get on our phone, we start live feeding.
Yeah.
You know, we start trying to help it out as much as we can, but sometimes it's just a miss.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes like as business, like, you know, running businesses and stuff like that, it's hard to like, especially nowadays with everything being so expensive and prices changing and life, you know, becoming a little bit harder on everybody. The electricity bills are going up because, you know, someone passes some fucking Green Deal bullshit that makes everybody's electricity charge more. Like it's hard to kind of pull the trigger on, you know, being a part of a lot of the stuff that's been going on with like vendors and vending and events and stuff. That's really rough, man. But yeah.
It makes you second guess, bro, because like transparently, bro, like Pokefest, bro, like I know it does good, but like I was a vendor, bro, and I pulled out. Like I'm gonna be transparent. You know what I mean? Like, and I
you were telling me. Yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, I told Margaret, bro, I told her like, hey, like, you know, I'm just a little bit worried, and you know, obviously, like I follow every event, so I know that they had like record attendance the year before.
Yeah, they do they do really well.
Yeah, and they had a wait list for some vendors and shit, but I just feel like, I don't know, bro, like my gut was just like, hey, man, like, you sure you want to do that? You know, like.
Well, I mean, it's like I said, especially like you and your situation, right? Like your business, you know, had an accident that happened that kind of like closed you down a little bit. You know, you're kind of running everything out of home, you know, no brick and mortar. And it's like, you know, I guarantee like right now in your situation, it's about kind of being more conservative with your money and where you put your finance and, you know, making sure you're doing the right choices. And I think it's just one of those things like you have to be very picky on what you choose to do. You know what I mean? And I mean, I get it, man. And like I said, like a lot of these events now, like recently more than ever have been like, they're gambles. They're gambles like crazy, dude. And I don't know what it is. I mean, I think I've said this before where it's like, oh, it's because there's too many. There's too many events. But what sucks is the Valley doesn't have shit to do. You know what I mean? It's not like, I mean, what the fuck are you going to do other than that? You're going to go eat at a restaurant? Yeah. I mean, that's literally it. You go walk at a park in the 900 degree weather. I mean, what are you going to do? What, you go to the beach? Like that's super over fucking packed and takes an hour to get on the beach almost every other weekend. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Go to the mall? Like that's the same shit over and over again. You're just going to go to your friend's house or you're going to stay at home. You're going to play Fortnite. And that's literally it. These are really cool opportunities for people to just get out and do something. You know what I mean? And it's made such an impact that most cities compete with small vendor events now. Like cities are now like, hey guys, this weekend, like garage night,
Onion Fest, garage,
Onion Fest, fucking avocado fest, tomato fest. Every other week is just another fucking event, and now cities are getting involved. You know, huge bars that have big names. You know, fucking Buffalo Wild Wings is hosting a fucking outdoor event. It's like, goddamn, calm down, Buffalo. Like you're struggling too. Like I've even seen it before where Walmart hosts like outdoor vending events, and I'm like, whoa, dude, you're already a conglomerate, bro. Like chill the fuck out. You make billions in a day. What do you need an outdoor vending event for? But you know what? Like you get a table at that event, you know 100% people are gonna walk by and see your shit. Those Girl Scout cookie chicks, like they're making bank, bro, outside of Walmart's every day, like every fucking day. So you know, I mean, are they helpful? Like yeah, like, but again, like it's just these times are just so fucking crazy, man. I think it's rough. I think it's super rough, and I think like yeah, there are a lot of events. But the thing is like there are several out of all of those events that really stick out as that, you know, that they're going to be like, they're the bigger ones, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I kind of consider Pokefest up there. Like for the last several years, they've done fairly well when it comes to like the people they're bringing in. I'm not really sure what the entrance price is going to be this year. Usually it's like $5, but like $5 is like, that's nothing nowadays. You know what I mean? Like they don't even have a dollar menu. They have a $5 menu at most places. Yeah, so like that's literally the concept of the dollar. That's $5 is the dollar. You're literally paying $1 to get in.
And it's a new $1 bill.
yeah, it's a new $1 bill, pretty much. So like you busting $5, you know, you and your chick or you with your kids or your kids getting free or $2 or whatever the fuck, like you're gonna put that down and be like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, I got something to do for at least 3 hours to keep my fucking little shits busy or whatever. Or like, yeah, I got 5 hours to take this chick just to get her some fucking Pokemon stuff. They're going to love that stuff for that price. But I think when you change the price up to like 10 or 15, makes people really consider like, do I want to go into the convention center and pay $15? Like, do I want to wait in line for $15? Like, what's the event about? Like, what do they have in there that's worth the $15? Like, I really think that's when people start asking questions, right? And right now it's just one of those things. Like, I think if the price changes, I don't think it's going to change. But if it goes up to like 15, I really think people pull out. Like, they start pulling out more, like the everyday goer.
I feel you. I mean, I wish nothing bad upon them, but I hope they do really good. I would love to be wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I love to be wrong.
Like,
especially Margaret. Margaret, I love Margaret.
Fuck yeah, bro. Like, Margaret does a good job. I hope I'm fucking wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be attending. Like, I'm going to go as an attendee.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to go help out another fucking vendor. Just because I was like, hey, man, you know what? Like, I pulled out. They're like, you want to come with me and help me out? Like, and you can just see for yourself. I was like, you know what? If you're cool with it, I'm cool with it. Just because maybe for next year I'll get peace of mind. You know, hopefully I'm not on that ban list. You know what I mean? But I don't know, bro. I really hope I'm wrong, but I also don't want to be right because that's going to affect everybody, bro. You know what I mean? Fucking
yeah, I think we talked about it. And I told you that the last event that Ramsey had, I kind of feel like the numbers were not the same as the previous years, which of course I think the previous year was like the storm, right? And all that stuff. And Rams, attacked at him and his team. They did very well. They saved the event very well. I think everybody got their money worth. So of course you got your couple of people that are trying to like dig down and just get $30 back because they're fucking cheap asses or whatever the fuck they're. The complainers, right? The Karens. The you bought too much toilet paper, I didn't get enough or whatever, and then they buy an extra roll or whatever.
Oh shit.
Yeah, those pieces of shit. There'll always be people like that. But Ramsey and them did for a little bit. I just don't feel like, I think it was Gamers Expo, which I mean it's usually pretty low attendance compared to the other two events. There was just something about it that I felt that there was like a little bit less people than normal. And that's because like I think Ramsey's, I've told you before, I think we all consider Ramsey's events the best. You know what I mean? So if we're seeing number changes in those events and you can physically see the difference, like just by watching, then a lot of the smaller events are going to suffer. Even the ones with good names are going to suffer in some type of way of attendance. They may get one or two positive outcomes, but like most of the time, they're probably not going to get really, really good numbers. Pokefest is just one of those ones that's like, it's a one-time thing every year. So we got to just wait until it like pops off and hopefully it does really good. Hopefully, bro. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope whoever's there, I know Johnny's going to be there, Taco Papa Sounds, Nick. I hope they do good, man. I hope I'm wrong. But, given where I'm at right now with everything going on, I'm just going to kind of take a little step back on that one. I did apply for Anime Fiesta, of course. Nice.
A little higher attendance, more towards my crowd.
Of course.
Of what they carry. So, but, hopefully I'm fucking wrong, bro. And then I'll feel better about myself,
Yeah. That's a good way.
Are you going to be attending or no?
Yeah, more than likely, me and Chriselle are probably going to show up. She'll probably do some guesting or, they'll invite us over for the cosplay stuff, which we're really hoping on, trying to build something kind of fun. So, if we get invited, that'd be super cool. If we don't get invited, we're probably still going to just attend. But Margaret's usually pretty nice to us when it comes to considering us for cosplaying, which we're always, super, super appreciative of. So always a cool opportunity to go out and represent the community as best as we can. We just want to get people in a positive mindset, get them building, get them doing some fun crafts, and that's it. That's really it. So,
definitely, bro. What's it called? So, besides that, bro, what else do we got? I'm trying to fucking think.
I've been doing a lot of Warhammer research.
Warhammer research.
Yeah, I'm really into Warhammer right now. I don't know why. I think it was because of like all the shit that happened with Henry Cavill. Right now, there's a lot of like an agenda to push like a bigger female representation in the Warhammer series that Amazon wants to put out. They have Henry Cavill, and Henry Cavill's pretty good with these guys. And he's been pretty passionate about putting their fucking name out there about making movies. So like, imagine, David. Imagine you had an IP that a bunch of like fat nerdy dudes that don't get out of the house and paint little miniatures, they play this shit. No one respects it. No one gives a fuck about it. And in fact, if you play this, people call you a virgin or they talk mad shit about you being like a big super nerd. Like this is like nerd beyond nerd. Yeah, nerd beyond nerd. You gotta know, you gotta be really in the distance of people. Like, you know, you got people who play like Magic the Card Gathering or some Dungeons and Dragons. This is wildly out there. But it's very fucking cool. I dig it. The story is really rich with a lot of lore and a lot of storytelling. But yeah, like I said, if you're not like a huge nerd, you really don't know about Warhammer. But all of a sudden you had the man of the hour, Superman, come out during an interview with the cast of The Witcher, and they were like, yo, what's your like your biggest nerd blowout? And he was like, oh dude, instantly Warhammer. And someone was like, what the fuck? What do you mean Warhammer? And then, of course, like the cast and people that you know him from hanging out with him or not, they'll be like, oh, don't even get him started. So you already know by just the interaction between the people that Henry Cavill is a large fan of Warhammer. And then one of the guys literally asks him, oh, well, who are you running? And he's like, oh, the Custodes. And the other guy says, you know, another name or another clan. And he's like, oh, dude, oh, badass. So you know Henry Cavill knows this shit. You know what I mean? So the moment that popped off, Henry Cavill was a part of The Witcher, and we all know the situation that happened with him with The Witcher, right? Well, during that time, he had made an effort to let people know that, well, you know what? If The Witcher doesn't want me, that's fine, because Warhammer, I really want to push for Warhammer, which is equivalent to like Dave Bautista talking about Gears of War 2. Right? Yeah. You remember he was like, I want to be Marco Phoenix or you remember that shit, right? Yeah, the moment that happens, or even when on Stephen Colbert's show, they had Keanu Reeves and he literally said, okay, Keanu, I'm going to ask you something that's very important. And remember, if you say it here, more than likely it's going to happen. And he's like, oh, I don't know, man. You know, Keanu Reeves and his cool talking. And he goes, if you could, what's one movie you would want to remake or go back to? And Keanu Reeves goes, oh, you know what? Like, it's probably not going to happen, but I would love to do Constantine 2. Constantine 2. Constantine 1 was one of the greatest superhero movies that Keanu Reeves ever did. Fucking anything DC put, that's literally their blade. If it wasn't for Constantine 2, fucking DC Universe wouldn't have jack shit as a movie to stand on. Constantine is like, it's literally one of the best films I've ever seen. And he literally spoke into existence that he would love to, even though he said, it's probably not going to happen, but I would love to come back to Constantine 2. And Stephen Colbert shakes his hand and goes, I guarantee it's going to happen. And you know what? I guarantee it's probably going to fucking happen. Yep. It's probably gonna fucking happen with Constantine.
Fucking phase 2, bro.
Yeah, dude. You already know it. If James Gunn's out there and they're like, oh man, we really should do Constantine, who should we get? James Gunn's gonna be like, don't even fucking ask me. I know who to get. Because that would break the internet. That would break the fucking internet if Keanu Reeves came back as Constantine 2. That's their Ryan Reynolds. Like, if they make that happen, that's it. But that's the same thing with Henry Cavill when he mentioned Warhammer. No one in their motherfucking mind, unless you were like a huge nerd, knew Warhammer 40,000. Now that Henry Cavill mentioned it, Amazon bought the rights. They want to make a TV show. Now all of a sudden, all of these people are like, yo, well, we want representation. Bitch, where have you been throughout all of this year of this IP being successful on its own in the darkness while people got called pieces of shit and nerds and all that stuff? Where have you guys been? Where have all these people that want representation been? They never put money into it. Now, since it's getting a movie, well, you want a chance to be in a film? Go audition like everyone else, man. Yeah. Quit getting privilege, man. Quit calling out privilege, bitch. Get work. Get work. Get work.
Get to it.
Get fucked. Get fucked. That's so yeah, there's huge. Now they're at huge problems. There's like, it's like literally on the cusp of getting cut. Henry Cavill's almost out, which is gonna be like their biggest shit, dude. If Warhammer pulls out, adds girls, and cuts Henry Cavill, dead on arrival, no one's gonna buy tickets to this stupid fucking TV show or movie or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. No one's gonna watch it. 100%. People will riot. Nerds will riot. All the guys that paint Warhammer Custodes and all the guys that paint all the fucking Space Marines, all of them are gonna fucking, all the dreadnoughts, they're all gonna fucking riot, dude. At all the little fucking Warhammer shops around the world.
I'm gonna have to get into that shit, bro. I'm gonna have to take a look at it.
It's scary, man. There's a lot of lore. There's a lot of lore. A stupid lot of lore. 40,000 years of lore.
Damn.
That's good though. It's fun. Instantly, you start reading it. your testosterone goes up 12%, dude. XP baby, XP baby. Yeah, it's
Wouldn't
wild.
it be crazy, bro? If life was like a little XP card. See where the
Like an RPG game. Yeah. You do something, you like cook chicken, and it's like do. That'd be awesome, man. Like Scott Pilgrim.
Fucking.
Yeah, there was that. What else popped off this week? I want to say something else popped off. What popped off?
I know Bad Boys 2 was getting. They were doing press for it. Or the
there's that. There's that one got released. The Alkalites. The Avengers was talking about 60 apparently characters coming out. What else? I know there's some other shit that popped off. Yeah, there's Venom. Venom fucking 3 got a trailer. Yeah, we got the Venom 3 trailer. Yeah, and that's really it, dude. I can't really think of anything else that's been popping off or anything like that. I mean, we got to talk about on the show. We talked about Blade because Blade shit was popping off pretty well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. The Alkalite's kind of like the big thing right now that's been out there right now. And the Alkalite has its ups and downs. I think it's getting torn up pretty good. I'll check it out on Rotten Tomatoes, what it's got. Did you get to watch that?
I watched the first 2 episodes, but I was entertained. Now, it wasn't no Mando, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Fucking Mando was beast, bro. But, I mean, what is it? 44.
So the Rotten Tomatoes average tomato score, damn, that's fucked up. From like critics, like, you know, the people that
hey, stop softening it, bro. Just do it. Just say it.
The people that get paid to fucking say it's good, it's at 92%. 92%.
Shut the fuck up.
The audience score, 28%. Whoa, man, it's getting fucking diced, man. Oh, that's
I didn't think it was that big of a difference, bro.
That's fuck, dude. Wow, that's crazy. Holy shit.
You know, it's because like it's taking place in a different time of the galaxy, bro. That's the issue. Like,
what does that mean? I don't understand what that means.
So, like, you know, like,
okay. So tell me. Give me like a non-spoiler. You can spoil it if you want, because I'm not gonna waste my time on this shit. But so, like, give me a little bit. Give me a little bit of what you were like. Oh, cool. Like that was badass.
So what I liked about it, bro, is they showed the aggressiveness of the Jedi. So like they're sent out to their missions, right? And they're like interrogating people and they're lying. So they just use the Force to go into their brains and get the truth. And then you're kind of like, that's fucked up, but they do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's kind of what they do, don't they?
No, bro.
That's what they did.
That's the one thing that they can do, but that was a very aggressive time for the Jedi Knights. You get what I'm saying? Like they use it, like, you know, they do the manipulation. They don't do like the mind reading to get the shit. You know what I mean? So like when they're doing their little like X-Files type of investigating or whatever, they're like, oh no, it's nothing, and they read their fucking mind, and the guy's like, stop reading my mind. You know what I mean?
I got a question. Who's doing the investigation?
It's fucking Soul and the fucking some other fucking motherfucker.
Who are they? Are they Jedis?
Yeah, they're Jedis.
Why are the Jedis doing that? They're like priests. Yeah, can you imagine if there was like a murder scene and priests were investigating? Where are the cops? I thought Andor had like shown that there was like police officers or like people that were dedicated to solving crimes and shit.
Yeah, I can't remember the timeline when it took place, but it says it on the first episode, like on the credits or whatever.
Well, I'm not mistaken, it's during the High Republic.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there. And I don't read too much of that lore, bro. I'm more of the,
I don't feel bad. No one did.
Yeah. I'm more in the everyday Star Wars, bro. But I wouldn't say it's a 26, but I think it'd be a nice 50. You know what I mean? Like
that's still like, just half of not good.
It's not bad. It's just not good. Like
that doesn't make any sense. I like that though. That's funny as fuck.
Well, because like for me, Marvel's was bad, bro. Like, and Madam Web, fuck Madam Web, bro. I never got that time back, bro. But I had to
watch that shit. But you know what? I fucked up too because someone like, you know, I saw the internet was attacking Velma or whatever the fucking show was.
I remember you saying, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I remember everyone was at it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna watch this shit, and then I'm gonna go out and be like, well, at least they got, you know, her hair right or whatever. I was trying to be positive, and I couldn't, man. It just sucked. And then they made a season 2 to that shit, and I was like, someone gets paid? Someone gets paid to do this shit? What the fuck? I'm over here struggling to find work, and these fucking people are making trash and getting paid for it. Fucking sign me up, dude. Sign me up, man. I can't even draw, and I'll make a fucking animated series, dude. But yeah, the Alkalites getting torn up. this show is apparently like 100 years before the prequels. So Yoda will probably be in it. He'll be like a little teenager being an asshole or whatever, fucking, banging chicks or whatever Yodas do. It's during this time called the High Republic, which there was like, Jedis were kind of like regal. They were more like, it was more like a royalty thing. So they were called like Jedi Knights, you know what I mean? And all this stuff. They had like cool yellow lightsabers and like all this stupid shit. But yeah, no one read that shit. No one, it's just comic books. You know what I mean? Like comic books, like about characters that no one gave a fuck about, like in 2015, 2013. That was like the same time they made Miles Morales, same time they did the Jane Foster, same time that they, just all the, try to doing like gender characters or like swapping genders of characters or Hail Hydra Cap or like all this stuff that made a lot of comic book readers like kind of mad because they were trying to change they were trying to go against the grain of what we were comfortable with, and I get that, but like, I respect a little bit of it. I became a pretty solid fan of Jane Foster's storyline because, like I've said before, like, what the fuck were they doing with Thor before that? The Captain Hydra, Captain America becoming a Hydra. What the fuck was Captain doing before that? He was just being like, all right, everybody, let's get together, grab your fucking hammers and your laser beams and let's go kick some ass. And everyone's like, man, dude, I like that guy, dude. He makes me feel good. And then he goes out and gets his fucking ass kicked because he just punches harder and jumps higher and throws his shield. Like, that's it, bro. What's he going to do to like Guardian Captain America space alien dudes with like fucking lasers? What's he gonna do? He ain't gonna do shit. You know what I mean? So like, Captain's only as good as he can be. And that was like the best part is when they kind of were like, hey, let's make him a Hydra agent. What else can we do? What else? What do you do? You fucking
no comics, fuck it.
Yeah, dude. Like, so like with the Acolyte, I'm just like, my biggest concern was, I'm just going to put this out there. They're making something right now by these piece of shit people that don't know and don't care about Star Wars. And they're doing it at a time period before all the movies that George Lucas made and all the prequels and all the originals, because they want to write what they feel the rules should be of the series. And so it's a gotcha moment. It's like, they're going to be like, oh, well, I know you have like 75 years of Star Wars stuff. But if I make this all before all of that in the timeline, I could be like, yo, Jedis were pieces of shit. They were slave owners. The Sith were just people that were captured and turned into slaves, and they were misunderstood. And the Sith are the good guy, and the Jedis are imperialistic, and they're Nazis. They're the bad guys. And you're like, wait a minute, dude, that's not what I remember when I was a kid growing up. Like, it was just like, it was a kid's story, good guys versus bad guys. Like, why is there so much more if it's a kid's story? Like, they get mad at us. And this is the fucking stupid part, because I tell people all the time, if people cannot hold themselves accountable, they'll make every fucking excuse in the world. Bro, when they made the last 3 Star Wars movies and people were like, what the fuck is this? This is trash. You ruined our characters. And they were like, it's because it's not for you. It's a kid's story. It's not for you. It's for children. And then they go and they do this kind of shit. There's literally a part, if I'm not mistaken, in one of the episodes where the Jedi guy is like completely shirtless, like literally like just, showing off his body. And it's a kid's story. It's a kid's movie, if that's what they're claiming it to be. Like in the other episode of Obi-Wan, like fucking Obi has a little kid in his jacket smuggling her. And then in this scene, we're supposed to see a dude shirtless, like fucking what's Kylo Ren, that stupid ass scene that everybody made fun of. Like, didn't they learn from that shit? Like, they learned from that shit. I don't know, man. I just feel like my biggest concern is they're trying to make this before all of the movies because they want to write the rules of Star Wars. Yeah. They want to be like, oh, well, remember how there was like good and evil? Like there was a good side, a dark side, and a light side? Well, there's not. There was never a dark side and a light side. There's just the Force, and people can choose what they want, and you can't colorize it. And it's like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. What George Lucas was like, it's very simple. Bad guys are red, good guys are green and blue.
I mean, they're color-coded lightsabers and laser beams for a reason. You know what I mean? Even the laser beams. Anytime you watch an old sci-fi movie, the bad guys have red lasers, the good guys have green or blue lasers. It's just the way it works.
But now it's gonna be what color do you want and what side do you want to follow? Shit.
That's it. You're gonna tell me that Darth Maul coming out or Anakin Skywalker murdering a bunch of kids is just a misunderstood individual?
Bro.
That dude is evil, man. That dude is evil.
In the Acolyte, bro, there's a scene with the kids, the youngins or whatever, and then she's like, "Oh my god, they're gonna kill him."
I forgot who said it, but it was in the trailer for the Acolytes where one of the girls goes, "I see fire." And I was like, yo, change the channel, kid. That's Anakin's Order 66. Like, don't look at that. That's 100 years in the future, bitch. Like, turn your eyes away. Avert your eyes, dude. Don't even check that shit out. You're gonna hate yourself later, man. That was funny as fuck, man. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like, the Acolyte's what it is. I already heard some really messy stuff about it. Really messy stuff. I heard episode 3 is supposed to be like, literally, how are you supposed to take this? When they say, if you're a fan of pre-Disney Star Wars, like, you're probably not going to care for the show after episode 3. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, you're saying if you're a fan of the movies that you put a fuckload of money into and gave attention to, that even gave Disney the idea of buying it in the fucking first place. If you were a fan of it then, because they could have bought it. Why didn't they buy fucking Star Trek? Yep. Why didn't they fucking buy fucking, I don't know, Buckaroo Banzai or whatever the fuck, or Flash Gordon? Because that shit wasn't popular. You know what I mean? Star Wars was popular because the fans made it popular. And then they're going to be like, well, if you were a fan before this, you're not going to be a fan after this because we're about to change the norm.
We're going to fuck this up.
well, prepare to be broke, bitch. Like, prepare to be real fucking broke. Prepare to let Disney know you made some big fucking mistakes, dude. Yeah, so I don't know, man. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of Star Wars.
I have to find a charger. Hold on.
You what?
I got to find a charger.
Oh, nice. Is your shit going to die or what?
Not anymore.
Yeah, baby. Propped, baby. Propped.
Unlimited power. But no, bro, I mean, honestly, bro, like, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I would maybe say wait till all Acolyte comes out and binge it, But bro, that's
like what I said when I told you about Madam Web, and I was like, wait until it comes out on streaming. It's gonna be great. And you were like, fuck, dude, like that hurt me. That really hurt me.
I had to watch Madam Web, bro. It wasn't because I wanted to. I had to. I want to know what Robert was talking about. Shout out to Robert.
You're like, I had to see it. I wanted to just see some of the reviews. So this guy, Michael C., gave it a 2.5 stars and says, well, it isn't worse than the things that that's in the Star Wars universe, both better than Fett and Kenobi. I mean, again, low-hanging fruit. That being said, it's far from The Mandalorian, Andor, and Ahsoka. Now, that's bad because Ahsoka is known as the worst streaming series of Star Wars ever. Like, and it's saying it's not as good as Ahsoka. I mean, Boba Fett and Kenobi were not good either, but like Ahsoka's got the lowest ratings, and this guy's saying it's not.
I will die on the Kenobi hill, bro.
Oh yeah, you're gonna die on that hill. I ain't gonna die on any of
that hill, bro. I will die twice.
I will probably give the next episode a chance to change my mind, but I wouldn't be shocked if I lose interest at some point. Damn. That's fucking fantastic. I want to find like the 5s, bro. Where are the 5s?
Where are the 5s?
Yeah, where are the 5 critics, dude? I want to hear some stupid ass shit. You know what? First, I'm going to go to like the critics review because these guys, I need to get a job like these dudes and just get paid to watch shitty shows and write great articles about it, dude.
Oh, shit. Best I've ever seen in my life.
This one, it's Tomato. The Acolyte has a well-structured story worth following with dramatic payoffs that have at least a bit of depth. What the fuck does at least?
But does it though?
That was Al C. Reginfo. Some of these guys make their fucking names up. There's no way that's a real fucking name. This one's Nick Anstetti. While The Acolyte is mostly able to skirt by given how well its cast sells the emotional content of each scene, the degree of narrative withholdings Heartland or Headland is attempting here threatens to undermine. What the fuck, bro? I don't even want to read that. That's stupid as shit. Jesus Christ. It's because you know what I've noticed about a lot of these people?
What's up?
Is they tried to use big fucking words to try to just say like, well, I got paid to watch this and it's really good. You should check it out. Like that's literally, they try to write like the most Shakespearean fucking quote so the next person can write the same shit. That just write that it's good so people watch the show.
No shit.
The show refreshes the franchise by remixing some of the film's most potent archetypes while remaining accessible to neophytes. What the fuck does that mean?
Oh no, the fight is pretty good.
Neophytes?
It's like it's very like hand-to-hand combat, like Matrix style. You know
Who the fuck uses that? I'm an MMA coach, and I never say that in my entire life of combat. You know what I mean? I'm not Shakespearean. I'm not Shakespearean. But you know what I mean? Like these guys have to write. Star Wars hasn't felt so pregnant with possibilities since the announcements of the prequel trilogies back in the 1990s. Well, at least he got the year right, or the era. Even if a single show can't realize all the possibilities, viewers find themselves tantalized. God damn it. It's a kids, remember, it's a kids show, dude. This is the comments we get. The unique time period and straightforward story of the Acolyte makes for an excitingly refreshing trip into Star Wars lore, which has never been there. We just hope the storyline issues we saw in the first 2 episodes don't plague the entire series. What the fuck are these guys? What are they talking about?
But do we know?
We just hope like the things that the characters are talking about doesn't ruin the rest of the show. We just hope it looks good. You know what I mean? Like we hope the fucking script doesn't work or whatever. The Acolyte has a unique look. Same thing on this guy. The Acolyte has a unique but familiar style as it provides an interesting exploration of the Jedi before the Skywalker era. Yet it only scratches the surface of some fascinating ideas. What the fuck, dude? I want to read like 2 more and we can fucking stop caring about this show completely, dude.
But does it though? I'm sorry, I gotta drop that line in there, bro. Because even I'm like, bullshit, I saw this whole fucking thing. The fuck?
Yeah, I was like, wait, I didn't see that part. What the fuck?
Yeah, no shit, what did I miss? Fuck.
Okay, here we go. This is Wen Lai Ma, the nightly AU critic. She has a picture, so that's why I'm going with it, because she's at least got some cojones to show her face, not like all the other people with no pictures. She puts tomato, which means good. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. It exists where most cultural outputs exist, in the middle. Instead of the internet's demand that everything is either the best or the worst thing ever, because otherwise no one will pay attention. The middle is fine.
So like if you got time to kill, watch it, but at your own risk.
Yeah, it's like, look, if you want to watch it with your eyes, go ahead, but if you want to watch it with your asshole, that works too. Like that's pretty much what they're saying. Like it doesn't make any sense. Oh man. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm done.
You're like, no more.
Yeah, no more. I don't want to read anymore because like it seems like some of these people comments are written better than the script. So they're written better than the actual Acolyte show.
Well, what's it called? Well, we'll wrap it up, bro. What's it called? Just because I want to keep it within the time frame, and I know we're doing pre-recorded. It's already 11:30 our time. It's like it's my latest. You fucking stay on until like fucking ever. But it's my latest time. So again, guys, pre-recorded podcast. Thank you guys for joining. If you guys stayed for the whole time, Chris, big shout out for doing things you don't like with the person that you like. So.
I love it.
Remember, guys, we have our podcast every Friday night, 8 p.m. Might be modified. We'll probably do some more pre-recorded. I know me and Chris talking about doing some other things in the studio, but that's going to be when time allows. So,
yes, sir.
But Chris, so where can we catch you to continue this conversation?
Guys, you can catch me every Sunday night, the Average Boys Podcast, 8 p.m. We talk all the same stuff that we're pretty much doing here. You just have like an extra hour to bash the shit out of Star Wars all the time. And, just talk the shit. So if you guys want to, come check out our nerd podcast every Sunday night, 8 p.m., the Average Boys Podcast with a DDA. The Average Boys. Come check us out. If not, hit me up on our Instagram or hit me up on our Facebook. Anywhere you guys want to reach me, am I there? Crispy from The Average Boys. Later.
And then same contact info for the services, the photo services and shit.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be dropping the studio services, but if you guys need anything like that media wise, just DM me personally. You can find me all over the place. I'm just tagged in everybody's stuff. Crispy from The Average Boys. I think it kind of goes like that too, or Christopher Ponce, which is my real name, my government name, my slave name. Yeah, my slave name if you want to catch me. Chris Ponce if you guys want to check me out. And if you guys need boxing or learn to kick an ass, fighting some ninjas and shit, come hit us up at Bad Boys Boxing Gym.
Combat yoga, bro. Combat yoga.
Fucking tactical patty cake, baby.
But again, Chris, I appreciate you joining me tonight. But besides that, guys, make sure you catch their podcast Sunday night at 8 p.m. You'll catch Chris there, Brian, Triggs, sometimes Nico. Yeah. It's always fun. I kind of miss it when it wasn't like a check the box type of podcast,
Oh yeah, soon, man. We'll get it going again.
But we'll get it going. But besides that, everybody have a good night, guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one.